Yo, peace and blessings, man. What's going down? I want to speak real briefly about, I want to talk about reaping and sowing and judgment in a sense, because we have a tendency to use the term judgment. Don't judge me. I believe in a very loosely way. We have a tendency to tell people don't judge me, while at the same time we judge others. We also have a tendency to say I never judge. And many of us are aware in the scripture of the Bible, or at least it's said, that only God is the best judge. And the way that is explained, at least from one school of thought, is that only God knows the true intent of a person's heart. Only God knows why a person truly done or made any decision that person made. See, we have a tendency to judge a person or make a determination about a person as a result of the action or the choice. If the result is beneficial, then it's all good. But when the result isn't beneficial, then it's going to be more so of a negative ruling. Anyway, to be able to make a ruling, to me, that is saying right or wrong. But a judgment, in the sense that when we use it, is more so on the basis of telling a person that they're evil, or kind of somewhat giving a person's character an overall description, or using certain terms to describe a person in a sense, like their overall character, like that person's a liar, they're no good, they're a cheat, they rotten, they're a hoe, they're, stuff like that. To me, that's judgment. And when you ask a person, well, why do you say that? Well, because of this, that, and other. But you have to understand that that's that person's perception. And that is, to me, from my understanding of judgment, that's when you saying a person is judging, because basically it's based on their source of authority. And that source of authority has everything to do with their particular lifestyle. Like when certain dudes in the street say, that's hoe shit, you know what I'm saying? Or that's punk shit, or that ain't player, or that dude or that female hating, you know what I'm saying? All those kind of terminologies come from basically street ideals. Reaping and sowing. A lot of times, some people believe that I get bad for good. And then sometimes when we receive good, we wonder why we're receiving it, because we feel that the good we are receiving, that we didn't earn it. We don't deserve it. But what we got to understand about reaping and sowing is that we don't always immediately harvest the fruits of our works. We don't immediately harvest, the harvest that comes from the seeds that we plant. See, I may have a good intent in my heart to do whatever I do for a person, and they may in turn not pay me back in a sense, in a way that I felt that was right in regards to how I treated this individual. But you see, what they done had nothing to do with what you done per se, but we have to also understand that when we do receive something that is kind of hurtful or that isn't so beneficial, that we've hurt some people too, maybe unintentionally, but oftentimes intentionally. We do wrong to people that we know we shouldn't do. We talk and treat people in ways that we know we shouldn't treat them like or talk to them like. And then we'll write it off like, well, I know I was wrong, and we might try to justify it by something they said or something they did, but we first said, I know I was wrong. See, once I admit to saying I know I'm wrong, then there is no justification. Either you're wrong or you're right. You can't be wrong and then justify wrong. Because you can justify wrong that you're not wrong, you was right. Anyway, there's a book called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, and it's a very must-read book. If you can get into this book, it breaks down a lot of psychologies and ideas about life in general. And one that it says, even in the scripture, it relates this, that you can tell a man by his works, you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears. It has everything to do with reaping and sowing. You don't plant lemon seeds and get watermelon. You don't plant apples and get oranges. You know what I'm saying? What you plant, you get. So when you receive something that you think that you don't like, it's some kind of punishment or hurt, understand that you've done something before. And it is taught in one school of thought that if you are able to receive some punishment in this lifetime, then you won't have to deal with it in the next. So it's a form of a mercy. Because when you receive it now, that means I have the opportunity to get it right. I have the opportunity to learn something from it. So, you know, I just wanted to put that out because I hadn't spoke to my people in a minute, man. And my heart goes out to this, what I do. This is my life purpose. This is my passion. I'm a student of life. Gerald Hassan, the Children's Enlightening Minds Enterprise. Wolfpack representative, a.k.a. Mr. Shift Your Perspective, a.k.a. Hassan Fresh. Peace.